Hi everybody and welcome back to another Legends of Runeterra video and gameplay. Today I've got a super cool deck I'm excited to show. This is Noxus Dragon Control, and this is a deck that I wanted to create last expansion, but I just felt that it was a little bit off. But yeah, we got some new cards that I think are working well in this sort of archetype's favor. So this is a Leblanc Shyvana deck, a reputation, semi-reputation deck. We're mostly focusing on Dragon, and as the title implies, Noxus Dragon Control. There are a lot of targeted combat tricks and strikes that are available in both Demacia and in Noxus, and yeah, we're pretty much using all of them in this deck, which help us get our reputation procs off, and then also help us get our Dragon or Shyvana and LeBlanc leveled up, which is great. Really easy level ups in this deck, especially since we aren't really running a ton of dragons. I mean, we got Shyvana, we've got Screeching Dragon, and then we've got the Egghead Researcher, which I like including into basically any Shyvana deck as a way to create more dragons and ease her level up a little bit. And then also it synergizes a little bit better with Dragon Chow, so that we can get card draw with this fantastic new card. Now we're also running, you'll notice here, a full set of Thrashing Snappers, so really good card. It helps us enable a lot of these reputation type cards and things like Bloody Business, and is just pretty much guaranteed damage, 2 damage at least. A lot of times the opponent is not willing to block into this because it becomes a 5-1. That really helps level up LeBlanc. So anyway, basically 2 consistent damage each round we attack with it. But yeah, everything else in this deck is basically focused on leveling up Shyvana and LeBlanc. So we have Thrashing Snapper, Egghead Researcher, Sharp Sight, our combat tricks here, single combat Cataclysm, I guess isn't a combat trick, but works really well. I love including this card in a Demacia deck with LeBlanc. This is such a good target. Cataclysm can basically take out any card that LeBlanc decides to target with Cataclysm and or Quick Attack keyword. It's an excellent card with LeBlanc. You can use it turn 3 if you haven't played anything. This is a super good tech card into Azir. Basically all Azir decks should fear LeBlanc Demacia decks because they put Azir down. There's not a lot that he can do if you use Cataclysm. Excellent card. We are also running 2 Whirling Death and 2 Bloody Business. We don't want a full set of these because they are both rather situational. I mean, with Whirling Death, you either have to be in combat. Bloody Business, you do have to have units that have 5 or more attack. And sometimes, you know, it just doesn't happen. And if you draw Dragon Chow and Egghead Researchers, a ton of those, you know, and you just don't have 5 cost, you don't want a ton of Bloody Businesses in your hand. So only running 2 of those. Running a full set of Concerted Strike, 2 Whispered Words, and then yeah, full set of Screeching Dragons. So I went undefeated with this deck in the games that I went today. Really fun. We went against a lot of Azir Irelia decks, Azir decks in general, since he's so popular at the moment, and we beat every single one of them. I will say, while this deck is still very good against Azir and Irelia, I mean, other dragon decks are still going to be a little bit better. This is just a different flavor. Reason why these other dragon decks are better than this one in particular is just because we have a lot of units with 1 health, and even like the Trifarian Glory Seeker can't block, and even if it could, you know, it still only has 1 health. Same thing with Thorn of the Rose, only 1 health. Now, on the flip side of that, though, it's like you got a lot of these 5 attack damage units. Is really easy to level up LeBlanc if you want to, you know, blocking her into blades, but we get more use out of using the dragons into the blades rather than, you know, LeBlanc and her followers. So that's why other dragon decks are better. So anyway, if you guys enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks. Okay, this is, I guess, very fitting that the first deck of the day is an Azir and Irelia deck against our dragons. Honestly, this dragon deck is not going to be the most efficient against blades and everything, just because we have things like the Thrashing Snapper and Trifarian Glory Seeker, and they only have 1 health, and I mean, one of those can't even block. So let's go ahead with the Thrashing Snapper here, and end up keeping LeBlanc and Cataclysm. I really like those 2 cards. It's really nice. We're gonna take the attack here. I doubt he blocks. Be very surprised if he does, helping me get the killing his unit and then helping me get the reputation procs. Very unlikely. So Let's see if he's got anything good. And he kind of does. I don't really like that. Let's put out Egghead Researcher. Infinite Mind Splitter, basically garbage. Basically garbage at this point in the game. And pretty much in a game that focuses on finishing off its opponents by mid-game. We are not very, not a very good card to pull with the Egghead Researcher. So. Alright, now question is, do we attack with the Thrashing Snapper? And I think we are going to. This helps to level up the LeBlanc at the very least. So we're going to see if he ends up having something like a recall. Alright, so he doesn't block, so he's another 2 damage. That's nice. We got Whirling Death as well, which is pretty good. We can play LeBlanc Sigil of Malice on this Greenglade duo too, which we may be forced to do. I mean, we do have Whirling Death too, and Cataclysm. Yeah. So this tells me that he doesn't have Blade producers in hand. I'd be very surprised if he did at this point, just because he open attacks with his elusive units rather than developing those and getting a bigger stat for his Greenglade duo. So I think we're pretty safe here in developing Shyvana. He may have something like Homecoming, and we're just going to have to take it. I'd rather take it at the end of the turn rather than during and interrupting my spells, so we're fine with that. We have a messed up voice line here. What are we at? 8 of 15, so we can actually level up this Shyvana too. Yeah, I don't really know. Alright, so we're going to attack with everything. Shyvana is going first. LeBlanc is going last because obviously we want to level her up. If he ends up blocking the Thrashing Snapper, we will be able to level up LeBlanc before she hits, which is cool. And yeah, he's going for the recall, because why wouldn't he? Do we want to do any... No, we're not going to. I think we're going to focus on using something like Cataclysm here. And I mean, we still get a level up for LeBlanc too, so that's fine. We got a unit as well, and our one off of enabling LeBlanc's Sigil of Malice. If he puts out Azir, we have a really good hit into Azir. He used his return defensively already. Chances of him having another one are very unlikely. I think we can play Thrashing Snapper here. This is fine. I would like to find some of my combat strikes, single combats and things. Would be great. We got this dragon out too, which is going to make these blades very annoying for him, I think. Alright, we do not care about this at all. Like, this is weird that he's playing these, to be honest. Okay, so he is under the ability to play anything here. We're going to try to take out this Dancing Droplet. And this is a free Fury proc, basically. Which we like. Take out his elusive unit. And as soon as he plays Azir, we're in a pretty good spot, I think. Oh yeah, so he goes for the... Like, we love this.
This is your end.
We love this. So we're going to, I think, block like this. Do we care about these 2 blades? I don't think we can care about those 2 blades. We're gonna pass here. I've got enough reactability between the Sigil of Malice. And he ends up recalling that. That's interesting. He's got 1 card left. We're gonna go like this. Level up our Shyvana.
Next time. They'll never see us coming.
Okay. I mean, we gotta hope he doesn't have Notify. If he does, then we lose. Perfect. Okay, that's really nice. He hasn't drawn his champions yet. That really sucks for him. And we are in a pretty good spot here. So I think we go with Trifarian Glory Seeker here.
May my steps in my heart light as air.
We still gotta block these, unfortunately. And we do have reactability with Whirling Death. What was that at? She got close, yeah, 14 out of 15. Cataclysm can be interrupted here. We're gonna pull in this Navori Conspirator if we can. Yeah. Alright, we get the win. There we go. I mean, sure, we ended up winning that game, and we do get to see kind of the Fury really take hold of this Irelia Blade archetype, but he also didn't draw his champions. He didn't have Azir, he didn't have Irelia, but I mean, I think we had enough. Even if he had his champions, we had enough of our spells in hand that we could take him out. We had 2 Cataclysms and a LeBlanc, which is going to be really hard for him to deal with. We've got Shyvana and Cataclysm, again, really hard for him to deal with. We end up pulling a Concerted Strike, which we would have probably used on Azir at some point if he'd have got him out, right, instead of on the student or whatever. But I mean, I think it's going to be really hard for him to beat us, but we did have an advantage without him having his champions. Alright, we're going against another Azir Irelia deck. This is just so common nowadays. Wonder if this is the same guy. I think we're going to get rid of everything but Dragon Chow and hope to draw into Shyvana here. And we don't. We do end up getting Cataclysm and LeBlanc, so there is actually some consideration just to wait till turn 3 to potentially take out an Azir. Let's go with the Thrashing Snapper here. I think this is fine. Doesn't look like he's got Dancing Droplet. Meto. I wish this was LeBlanc over a or a Shyvana over a LeBlanc here. What can you do? Okay, that's fine. We may take the open attack here. Ooh, we get another Thrashing Snapper though. Let's go for the LeBlanc. I think this is fine. Hopefully he doesn't have any more blades. Here. Yeah, this is really nice.
You missed a step.
Give me my proc. I mean, 10 out of 15 is really good. He attacks with his soldiers as well. We're in a really good spot. He develops. We can use Cataclysm. So let's see what he does here. Emperor's Deus. We got all these Dragon Chows and we don't really have anything to use it on. So let's go Dragon Chow. I don't quite want to play Cataclysm. He's kind of in a weird spot because as soon as he tries to attack here, we can just, you know, develop. I mean, use LeBlanc to take out this Azir, and we're going to do that. So we level up LeBlanc, and even if he's got like Shape Stone or something, we can take him out, and he can't use Return or anything, which is really good for us. And yeah, we're just gonna go right for it. Definitely annoying. Oh well. Not much that we can do there, so take what we can get, I guess. Oh man, oh my gosh. I mean, we've activated our that's really frustrating actually. We've activated Sigil of Malice. It's just like we really need to get Shyvana though.
Hang on, Buzzball.
Honestly, I think we have to try going for this right now. He could have Nopify, he could have returns or whatever, but we gotta take this guy out. I think that's important. We just don't want him to be able to deny it. There we go. Ooh, awesome. Come on. Develop. Develop, there we go. And we're gonna just block this guy right here. Really good value out of these Dragon Chows, like so good value here. Look at this, and we get Shyvana to be a 5/5 or 5/6, so we can use mirror image here as well. That's a tell, isn't it?
This is your end.
We're gonna block it. Perfect.
There are none like
Level up Shyvana. We've got sharp sights, which is the only reason why we blocked that one. And yeah, we're gonna play this. Yeah, there we go. There's nothing that they're going to be able to do at this point. They put anything down, we're going to be able to use Strafing Strikes to take them out. We even have, you know, the mirror image that we can use on both of our champions there, just producing more and more and more. It's just going to be really hard for them to deal with us at that point. Dragons into Irelia, super strong. I said this as soon as they revealed Irelia that it was going to happen, and we're not even playing like a meta dragon deck, and we're having pretty much no problems. I feel my shovel. Alright, this is a Lucian Azir deck. Probably just standard Lucian Azir with their shenanigans. I'm getting rid of Thorns of the Rose. I'm going to keep Leblanc. Consideration to keep Bloody Business as well. But Leblanc, Cataclysm look pretty good here. And we end up getting a Shyvana. We only need Dragon Chow to make this better. And we actually find it. Dragon Chow is really good into this, because there's a lot of units Dragon Chow can block into for really good value. We like it. Alright, so can't attack here. We're not going to. Well, we can attack, but we're not going to get value out of it. Emperor's Deus, so they're just developing as much as they can. I'm glad we've got Shyvana, because this is going to be make or break, basically. Okay, LeBlanc coming out. One downside to this and playing Dragon Chow in general is that we cannot play Cataclysm now next turn or this turn.
Don't get in my way.
I wonder if he develops. We really want him to put down an Azir. Like, that would be the best possible. There it is. That's exactly what we want. And we've got Sharp Sight backup in case he's got Shaped Stone. This is just excellent. You know what else we've got? Whirling Death.
Useless pawn.
I'm just blocking as much damage as possible. There's nothing that this guy can have for 1 mana that's going to be able to stop a 5 attack unit. Now, he could have given him Tough to stop me from leveling up, but not happening. And Dragon Chow does exactly the job that we need him to do. And we're just gonna play Shyvana now. Really good value here. Valor. double shape stone, we will definitely take that if he's got it. Yeah, I don't really care. He can do that if he wants. Like, I'm not upset. The 4-mana card to take out my unit. And he has to use it defensively, so it's fine. And like, if he puts down anything again, double Cataclysm.
The Emperor's favor upon you.
There are none like me.
We haven't won yet.
Sun's light.
Really? There's no way that this is right. Okay. I mean, one thing for him, I do not have any other units. We're kind of forced to... I mean, geez, so easy. He can't even like put anything down. He knows I've got Strafing Strike.
You need not follow.
How can you put that down?
Not an escape.
Yeah, I'm up.
I'm just going to take out all of his units here. Yeah, there we go. I think that's 3 surrenders in a row. Oh. Yeah, this deck has seemed pretty strong. I really like dragon decks though. And I feel like this Thrashing Snapper is kind of the has been a bridge for the 2 archetypes now. Between, well, not the 2 archetypes, but the 2 regions, Noxus and Demacia. Okay, Shurima and not Shadow Eyes, Freljord. This, I wonder if this is Mega Magway's deck, because he was running a solo Lissandra champion. Alright, so Dragon Chow's looking pretty good here. Shyvana, I think we may end up waiting a couple of rounds to play Dragon Chow. I don't really have any need to play him. Do I? We'll see what he plays turn 1. Preparations. Alright, so what does that tell me? So I think I'm okay playing it then. I think we're good. I mean, if I absolutely need to, I can use Sharp Sight to protect it. One bad thing is we do not have our 5-cost units to use Bloody Business now that we pulled this. It's a good thing we're not running like the whole...
Secrets hidden by frost.
Ish. That's pretty bad.
Frost gathers.
Just gonna block here. I'm not gonna use Sharp Sight. I'd rather use it defensively. Alright, and we get value too, so it's fine. So yeah, let's go with the Shyvana. Double LeBlanc here. We're pretty susceptible to a couple. We're susceptible to a couple of
They are nothing.
spells and landmarks that this guy has. Avalanche and Blighted Ravine. For sure. I wish I had Cataclysm. We are a 5/5 now though, so we can use Bloody Business. Okay, he doesn't have, or can't put down the Draklorn Inquisitor. That's good. Now we can't put down Avalanche either.
History
I really wish that I had a... I really wish that I had a single combat. Don't I? hope I do. That'd be awkward.
Suffer my fury.
Alright, so we'll level up Shyvana here. Really?
Now I take to the sky.
Come, my
There's
warrior.
Drakhorn.
Show me your worth.
Make sure that he cannot get these frozen thralls out. I really wish that I had some cataclysms too. He's not in Shadow Isle, so we don't need to worry about Ruination or anything. Definitely doesn't have Trundle.
More than mortal, I am Iceborn. Succumb.
We got a pass here. Need to use Whirling Death. Okay. It'll pass. We want to be able to keep sharp sight. Okay. He's got an avalanche. This will force it out if he does. We are not out of this quite yet.
Now what could you be plotting?
Okay.
Embrace the calm.
Nice, nice. So we want to develop here because we want him to use Ice Shard to kill the LeBlanc. Right? And hope he doesn't have Avalanche. He didn't have it last round, so there's not a very good chance that he's got it. I guess he could have double Ice Shard. That would suck. Oh yeah, we haven't won yet. He could have like 3 sisters or something too, that would stop me. But there's the Ice Shard, so let's see if he's got double.
Classic misdirection.
Just let me go for it, wow. Wonder if he's got Avalanche. And he does. Okay. That sucks. I got nothing. It's bugging me.
I hate having to put my face on. My
Feel the power of true ice.
So he wants to get that off before his unit dies? I don't know. Okay, give me something good here. Oh, not good. What do I go for? I mean, I need Cataclysm or something. I guess we gotta put out Thrashing Snapper and hope that he doesn't have a unit to play here. Got another. Okay. We may have just barely got the victory here.
surprised to
We should have used. Shoot. What can I do? If anything. Come on, give me another. Ugh. Ugh. We want him to use another ice shard. Okay, concerted strike is really good. Safety block. Always safety block. He could have a top deck another. He could have top deck another Rite of Negation. What does that put me at? Five? Come on. This guy's gotten lucky this whole game. There we go. Okay. We got him. Eventually, that was close though. That was really close there at the end. Basically top decking.
one step closer.
I think unless he, well, even Avalanche wouldn't have saved him there. I don't know. What could have saved him there? Like potentially an Entomb, so like a Three Sisters would have. Definitely. Well, I mean, it could have used Frostbite, but yeah, that was really close. That was a pretty good game actually.